And that's where the discontentment really started. Because I'm
Mm.
an uber natural nutrition guy, selling things and talking about things that I'd never put in my own body, that
Yeah.
I'd never even let my mom take. And so that was where the discontentment and the pull started happening there. And so, just knowing that I was doing something that wasn't in alignment with who I was internally was something that I struggled with on a daily basis. And here's how the struggle manifested itself. You remember how I said earlier, I get up at 3 a.m. and I'm psyched about it?
Yeah.
I didn't want to get out of bed, right? I had a great job. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wasn't motivated, because when you're out of alignment, it's not, and listen, I've always been a winner. Like, I've always been like, if we're playing, I'm playing to win. I don't care what it is. If I could play my grandma on checkers, like, grandma's ass is getting beaten checkers. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
She knows that. Everybody knows that. We're going to be cool in the end, but I'm playing to win. And
Yeah.
I wasn't winning anymore. And so I'm like, I was young too, though, man. I'm in my young 20s. And so I'm like, I just fight through it. What do I do? Right. So it was this big, just vortex of like, just not thriving in life. I was just surviving, even though on paper, it was all right. On paper, everything was where it was supposed to be. And so I just knew in that. And so as I transitioned out of that, I got the opportunity to start consulting for the NFL alumni. Really cool job. I mean, I got to travel to, I was at the Super Bowl in Miami sitting in a VIP box. I went to the Pro Bowl. Like, I've played golf with Troy Aikman. I've played golf with Dan Marino, John Elway. I was at Don Shula's 80th birthday party, me and 30 other people. So I've been where, as kids growing up, watching these guys play, I hung out with Terry Bradshaw for an entire day, just me and him. He was my idol growing up. I realized that, this was a cool gig, but I'm like, wait a minute. These are dudes. They're just like me, that live their passion. And that's when it hit me when I was in that job. I'm like, listen, this is cool what I'm doing, but this isn't my passion, right? Like, I'm just a part of their passion. I'm a part of that conditioning from back when I was a youngster, of like the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I'm hanging out with Lawrence Taylor, like, unbelievable, right? Barry Sanders, Emmett Smith, you name it. Like, I've hung out with these people.
Man. Yeah.
But I realized I was a part of their dream, right? Because I was, it's like when I put the jersey on that doesn't have my name on the back, right? It's like, that's cool, but it's like, what if I put my name on the back of this jersey and I started living for that dude? And that's when I realized, like, okay, like, listen, I got a skill set that's crazy. Like, I know more about nutrition. I know more about drugs, the human body, how to deal with NFL guys. Like, I've been in situations and scenarios. I've got all the resources, but I wasn't putting them into play. I was using them for somebody else's benefit and somebody else's success. Came home, talked to my significant other, and I'm like, listen, I know I'm out of alignment. Like, I know this, I know I can't keep doing this for the rest of my life. She said, you want the truth? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you should be a personal trainer. I was like, you want me to go work at 24-hour fitness? Like, you're crazy as hell. Like, I'm used to making money. I'm used to making 6 figures plus. I'm used to hanging out with LT. I'm not going to 24-hour fitness. Right. And she's like, no, she's like, you're thinking too small. Right. I got caught up in this small level thinking, upper limiting, that because I was a personal trainer, I was going to make $9.99 an hour, struggle, not, you know what I mean? And like, so I started having to craft my own vision of, what is this? Okay, listen, just because I'm going to do this, right? So first of all, I never called myself a personal trainer, right? I'm like, I'm going to change the narrative, because I was conditioned to believe. So a lot of times we think we have to change the term, and I just changed the narrative. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm a transformational life coach, right? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. I just made it up. But it made me, I stood a little bit taller, and I got a little bit more into it, and I became who I said I was. Like, the vision of who I wanted to be was who I turned into. But if I would have stayed in that same line of saying, well, I don't want to be just a personal trainer. Like, that's just something that I do. I personal train? Bet your ass. That's not who I am, right? Who I am is this guy. And I created this like almost alter ego persona. And that's what I started living in alignment with. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I started out in the broom closet of a chiropractor's office with no clients. Then I got one, then I got two, then I got three. Fast forward over almost 15 years ago, 12 years ago, when I started, now I've got clients in Australia, in the UK, all over the world, written 2 books, I have my own studio, like, I have my own coaching program. And so I say all that to say that don't let that limiting belief of insert whatever you want to insert in personal trainer limit you from doing the thing that you know you need to be doing, because you can create your own way.